Just remember, a lot of men want a good woman until it requires them to be a better man.
Y'all gonna say I'm pandering, but I gotta keep it real because this is facts. And this is why there's a lot of guys who spend so much time online highlighting and complaining and going back and forth with quote unquote the wrong type of woman because that's a lot easier than taking the necessary steps to get with a good woman. That's why you see all these guys. Oh, look at this woman. She look at that woman. That's why they do that. It is a lot easier to constantly go back and forth with a woman that you claim you don't want, with a woman that you claim don't qualify, than it is to put yourself in a position to deal with the woman that you say you want. Right? Because think about all the guys that talk about how baby mamas and women over this age and they don't qualify for this. It's like, okay, well, if they don't qualify and you don't want them, why would you even be talking about them? Why wouldn't you be spending your energy on going after the woman who quote unquote meet the qualifications? It's because you don't meet those women's qualifications. And so that's a lot of what's going on. I gotta constantly talk about the woman that I say don't qualify because the woman that I say I want, I don't qualify for her. Because we gotta be real. When it comes to a good woman, a quality woman, there's a certain way you have to come at her. There's a certain caliber of man you have to be, and there are certain ways you have to carry yourself. There are certain characteristics you have to have. Like, for instance, oftentimes you have to be in certain places to come across certain types of women. Because there are some places and some events that certain kinds of women don't go to. There are certain activities they don't be. There are certain places they don't go. There are certain things they don't entertain. So first of all, you got to change your mindset and what you consider fun to even be in the same spaces as some of these women. That's number one. And then number two, how you approach. You got to have a certain level of confidence. You have to have a certain level of vocabulary. You have to have a certain base level of intelligence, intellect, and knowledge. Straight up. Because quality women are well-rounded, well-respected women, and they got standards. Like, for example, let's just say you come across a good woman and you get her number. All this texting back and forth and what you doing and good morning, queen, and grand rising, and when we going to chill, and when I'm going to see you, and when you trying to come over, can we watch a movie? That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. When you come across a certain caliber of woman, you have to be very serious and intentional. You're going to spend a little bit of time talking back and forth just to get some base level information, see if you have a base level vibe, and then it's going to be time for you to set something up so that y'all can go out and spend some time together. And you don't have that much time to do that. You got to do that very quickly because if you don't, she's going to go, okay, let me leave him alone. Let me go ahead and block him. He a little boy. And on top of that, when it comes time for you guys to go on a date, there's a certain level of that you got to be on when it comes to that. And I'm not even talking about necessarily the price of the place. I'm talking about the intentionality and the planning of the date. You gotta get her free time, figure out when she's free, and then you have to plan something. We're going to do this on this date at that time. I already know your dietary restrictions. I took that into consideration. You should probably wear this because of where we're going. Do you want to meet me there or do you want me to pick you up? You got to be on that level. All this, when we go and chill, that ain't it. Like, it's a lot. Like, the guys don't want to do that. Oh, everybody, it's the same thing on the other side. I want a good man. I want a good man. Yeah, you want a good man until it's time to watch how you talk to people and check your attitude. Then it's like, you don't really want that then. But let's get back to the other point. When you're dealing with a good woman, the idea that you're just going to carry yourself any kind of way, act any kind of way, and gain sexual access, nah. It don't work like that. And a lot of y'all get thrown off by that. All this sexual talk and sexual innuendos when y'all don't even know each other like that, when y'all ain't spend no time together, y'all ain't built no bond, that ain't gonna work. How you dress, what substances you smell like when you pick this woman up, what kind of music you got playing in the car when you pick her up, how loud the music is, what type of clothes all of that goes into it. And listen, man, a lot of y'all, listen, especially when you start talking about women of faith, whether it's Islam or Christianity, your level of seriousness in the faith, your level of knowledge of the word, all that's going, man, listen, man, a lot of y'all, man, once again, this is why a lot of y'all just be arguing with quote unquote the wrong woman online all the time and making videos about what the quote unquote wrong woman did. Because that's a lot easier than being the man you know you need to be in order to get the woman that you claim you want. Let's just keep it real.